While Matt Rife built his career on his jawline and viral TikToks, Shane Gillis took the long road, the one paved with failure, open mics, and actual jokes. Originally enrolled at West Point, Gillis dropped out and returned to his hometown of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
I went from like being a senator to school as soon as I quit because I stopped going to class. And then I quit while I was there, like right away.
So you were good?
I was good, but I also failed out of school as soon as I quit because I stopped going to class. So I went from West Point to Harrisburg Area Community College in like a year and a half.
Jesus.
I went from like being a senator to I was literally washing dishes at my friend's restaurant.
Gillis would soon discover stand-up comedy through open mics.
One of the guys that worked at the restaurant was doing an open mic at the Harrisburg Comedy Zone. And I was like, oh, that's how you get into comedy. I had no idea how to get into comedy.
He built a following the old school way, grinding on the road, working in Philadelphia, and eventually making his way to New York, all while co-hosting a weekly podcast with his best friend, Matt McCusker.
We're going to touch on a few topics today. We're going to talk about 1 hour, and that's it. That's the only topic.
That persistence finally paid off when he was cast on Saturday Night Live. But almost immediately, the same podcast that got him the gig resurfaced in a now infamous clip. The news article headlines outweighed the context of the actual joke.
I should have done it harder to make it clear, like the meh. Yeah, but it was clearly, to me, what I was going for was pointing out how dumb somebody would have to be to segregate a neighborhood.
Yeah.
And the type of words they would use. Now, what really sucks is having to break down comedy and explain anything.
With SNL simultaneously celebrating their first Asian American cast member, the writing was on the wall. Despite making an apology, Shane was fired before he ever made it to air. Ironically, the firing made him more famous. Viewers who looked into his work didn't find hate, they found someone who was actually funny.
I was in an Uber, I was talking to Matt.
The reason why he wasn't really canceled is because everybody listened to the joke, and it was a joke. In context of everything that happened, it was a joke. That's why, at the end of it, like, sure, he didn't get that SNL because the people in SNL saw it as like, hey, this might be hurtful for us. Like, might as well not have Shane here. Pretty much cut, the cancer right from the start. But for them, they sort of lost a good talent for feeding in the people that wanted him canceled, which weren't a lot of people. Like, let's be honest. That's why he's fucking popular now. If the majority of people hated him, he wouldn't be popular now still. Everybody would still have a problem with him. But everybody knows that he's not racist, or that joke that he did was out of being racist or anything like that. It was a joke where some people try to spin it and make him sound worse than he actually was, and like also forgetting that he's a comedian, and also in a funny way where sometimes more nowadays is like having the impression of an Asian guy is like, you can't do that. But that doesn't matter if you do it for a British guy or like a British accent or an Australian accent. That's not discriminatory. But if you make fun of or you make an accent of an Asian person, that makes you racist. I think there's like a little bit of a double standard there, right? And I think that's what a lot of people saw, and why a lot of people still gave Shane Gillis a chance.
And I was like, dude, Ye just texted me.
That's crazy. Did you show that to the guy next to you?
I was in the back of an Uber, just like, like he wants to talk right now. I was like, I'm in an airport, I can't. I was just trying to buy time. I was like, holy, because I knew whatever he said, I was going to say yes. I love Kanye West. I love his music.
Well, you can't like Kanye West anymore a little bit, right? You can't say that shit out loud anymore, okay? Kanye messed it up on himself.
Instead of fading away, Shane doubled down, releasing sketches that many consider funnier than anything SNL has produced in decades.
Hey, Shane!
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, come on in.
Wow.
Wow, nice shirt.
What sound does a wolf make?
Wolves.
His podcast has grown to the #1 podcast on Patreon, and his first special, Live in Austin, currently has over 41 million views on YouTube.
He might have had her straight as hell, dude. Hate the environment.
This guy delivers his comedy in such a natural way. He sounds like a buddy cracking jokes at a party. What I love about his style is that it feels improvised. His cadence and delivery sounds less like a stand-up routine and more like he's just talking with his friends at a bar. The sign of a classic comedy special is that you can go back to it dozens of times and laugh as hard as you did the first time. This is one of those specials. The special was so successful, his second special, Beautiful Dogs, was released on Netflix. The show that once rejected him is now calling him back, as he's now hosted SNL SNL twice. He's selling out arenas, and his show Tires, which he co-created, produced, and stars in, is in its second season on Netflix. Throughout it all, Gillis has stayed humble, grounded, and focused, letting the comedy speak for itself.